Good morning, people. This is Piping Hot Frags with the Finley. This morning I'm going to bring you a lot of fucking news on a lot of fucking shit. So hold on to your cocks. Let's do this shit, huh? Alright, so to start it off, to give you an overview, we're going to be talking about a little bit about Volta, which if you're not sure, that's a card coming out from NVIDIA. That's their next line. So we got a little information on that. We're going to be talking about, let's see, of course, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's always in the friggin' news. Got to be talking about that shit. We're also going to be talking about, well, it's going to be talking about patch notes, a little bit of update information, stuff like that. Got to be talking about it. We're also going to be talking about AMD's Vega. A little bit more information on that. We're also going to be talking about Fortnite. A little bit of shit to just throw down on you on Fortnite. Just got to talk about it. Got to go happen. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. I don't know if a lot of people are into it. A lot of people aren't into it. Well, you know, fuck you. I don't care if you don't care. I'm going to talk about it. We're also going to talk a little bit about Ark. Kind of a big deal coming up. Don't want to ruin it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Just hold on. And we're also going to be talking about Star Citizen. Kind of a big deal. Just going to say. And then I'll fill in with whatever if I got any time left over, you know. See how short the episode runs. I don't know. See what we get to when we get to it. I don't know. We're going to see what we get to. And let's fucking jump into this shit now that I got my coffee here. So to start it off, let's get into that fucking Volta shit. Rumored to be shipping out their first cards of Volta, priced at around, I don't know, $150,000. Yeah. But it's boasting a total of 40,000 CUDA cores. Now, if you look at the 1080 Ti, the 1080 is boasting around 3,500 or so, yeah, give or take, you know, something like that, a little bit more. So it's a little bit more than 10 times a fucking 1080 Ti. So there you go. I mean, you know, you're talking about a $1,000 card versus a $40,000 card, or $150,000 card. My bad. And so this is a pro series card, though. It's not made for consumers like us. You know, even 1080s are almost a farce being wasted on regular consumers that are just playing video games that aren't actually producing content. Unless you're really going for that 4K needed fucking shit, there's really no fucking point in it. I myself, I'm rocking a 1070 because price point, when I bought it, it was really amazing. Got it way down there. It's not like today, inflated because crypto fucking currency. Fuck you guys. Yeah, I'm talking to you. So there's that. Along with that, I mean, it really, welcome to the channel, my dude. So along with the whole thing going along with the price hike of the cryptocurrency, you know, with the 1070 price point, it really makes sense to kind of hold off on a GPU purchase at this point, due to the fact that I don't foresee it coming out, and nobody else is speculating it coming out at the end of, fourth quarter for 2017, but chances are maybe second quarter 2018 we'll be seeing Volta in action. So that'd be, if you can hold off on upgrading, I'd say hold off on upgrading, because chances are you're going to get your hands on, you know, some nice edition of the Volta coming here soon. But yeah, that price point, 150,000, but you're getting 40,000 CUDA cores, so there's that. For the AMD fanboys out there, we do have a little update on that. They are going to release a mini edition. So for you guys that want to do the ITX and the mini ITX builds, they're going to release an RX variant of the Vega in Nano. So for the AMD guys out there, there you go. You guys, you want to do those small form factor builds, you're going to have a card for you guys. There you go. You guys should be happy. Fortnite hitting the news. Over 500,000 copies sold. How about that? It's doing good. It's a good game. I actually just picked it up last night. Started playing it, streamed it for a little bit. It really definitely has that free-to-play feeling to it. I like it. It's a really cool game, but I think it's probably just going to go free-to-play eventually, just because of mechanics and the structure of it. I don't know. We'll see where it goes here in the next half year or so, if it's still actually paid for. I know it's a really high price point right now, but that's probably what's driving the development of the game at this point. But like I said, it's a really fun game. It's got really good mechanics, and it's a great break from PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. And it was actually kind of calming to play that because it's a really heavy PvE game versus PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which you have this really heavy PvP game. And so it goes really, really onto the opposite end of the spectrum. It gives you a nice break. Hey, what's up, Rems? So, going from back and forth from those two things, it's a really nice break in my little deal there. What's up, my dude? Moving on from Fortnite, what do I have next on my list of stuff to talk about? I have Ark Survivor Evolved. So, Ark Survival Evolved, the studio Wild Cards announced a delay in its early access release. Sad face. You know, after all the stuff that's went down with Wild Card Studios, I would have hoped that, you know, it'd catch a little break and actually just hold true, but it looks like it's going to be airing out on its promise of a release of August 8th, and now it's going to be backpedaling all the way to speculated to be August 29th. That's the supposed date. It doesn't mean it's going to be that date. That's what they're shooting for. I mean, once again, they could backpedal again. You never know. They're promising, but devs promise all the time, so who knows? Who really knows? So that's the planned date, is going to be August 29th. No big deal. You know, it's an extra 21 days. Big deal, right? So you guys got to wait an extra month for full release. That's how that's going to go. Okay, Ramsey's mic's not working. That happens. Sorry about that. I got to take care of that. All right, so there we go. Anyways, so that's what they're planning on. But the reason why they're doing this is to actually go and get rid of some, or not get rid of, but add some little more optimization features to there. And the devs even offered a statement saying that they really wanted to offer a finished product and something that was fully optimized by the time it hit open market. And the other thing that pushed this back, the reason why they were having a problem with the certification for retail. That was another thing that pushed this back, why they're not having it released on time. So that's another thing, is the retail release was shoving this ultimately back. But it's also speculated for optimization. But that's speculation. That's a rumor. I mean, but they're officially releasing that it was because of the retail, though. I don't know. Believe what you want to believe. But even after being flamed by everybody, these guys are keeping a positive attitude. I gotta say that they've been flamed in pretty much almost every form that I've been on recently, up and down, because of their early access DLC that they were selling and shit like that. It's pretty funny for them to start ahead, you know, and just kind of punch ahead and still offer. They saying thanks for the patience and thanks for working with them and staying true fans and all that, you know, that lovey-dovey shit that devs say to their fan base, even if they're getting flamed by them. So kudos to the Wild Card Studios for still keeping a positive attitude, even though they're getting flamed here and there. Star Citizen. Yeah. Sorry, my dudes. I know a lot of you guys out there are really looking forward to it, but Alpha 3.0. It's getting shoved back. It's speculated the Alpha 3.0 update will be shoved back until... that just confused the shit out of me. Fucking Ramses, man. Oh, thanks, my dude. Thanks, my dude. He just got me. I was not expecting that. Oh, my God. Oh, that caught me off guard.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was coming. I get the wubble of a dub before that pops up, and so, like, you just totally mind-fucked me, dude. I'm sitting here deep in training thought, like, trying to hammer this shit out. You know, to me, it's serious. Star Citizen, it's getting shoved back. It's not going to be in August anymore. It's rumored to be September 4th to September 11th is when the update's going to be pushed out. And the devs offered a statement about that, basically stating that they want it fully polished, beautified, streamlined, and with adding all these extra features in the game, they're going to need that extra time to actually make this something that's viable for a bigger test bench. And so they didn't want to push forward without having it fully polished. So that's Star Citizen for you. You know, you got to give it up to Cloud Imperium Games for actually sitting there and wanting to put out a somewhat playable game for their bigger audience. I mean, because ultimately it's still in test to their whole entire audience, but you know, you don't want people bitching about a test bench. I don't know how to say this. Fuck. Yeah, sorry your mic wasn't working there, Rems. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. A lot of shit rolling out for it. Really awesome. It's sitting right now at 481,291 players for their current peak. Wow. Big props up to you guys. Good job over at Blue Hole Studios. No, I got to give it up to Blue Hole. They're sitting third on the rank right now for current peak player base. Dota 2 holding the #1 spot at 819,145. And CSGO sitting at second with 624,785. So kudos to you guys coming out 4th month and cranking these numbers out. Along with that, there's some updates, a couple patch notes that's actually been released with PlayerUnknown, a couple of optimization. Let me get into it. So the 4th month patch notes are going to be, we're going to have fence, doors, and window optimization along with vehicle physics optimization for client side. Or no, that's server side, my bad, server side. For client side, we're going to have memory usage, terrain rendering, vehicle physics, user interface for the client side update. We're also going to get a couple new items. Oh yeah, goody. My favorite, I've been asking for this and I'm so glad they're adding it. Yes, it's going to be the MK14 ERB, or EBR, Enhanced Battle Rifle, or DMR for those that play other games. So basically you're going to have a semi-automatic variant of a 308, which is what I've been wanting. I've been saying like an AR-10 or some shit, but this is basically the same thing. It's just different waves. It's different platform. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's still awesome. It's semi-automatic fucking 308. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. So there's that. It's going to have sniper attachments, just like all the other sniper weapons. Going to utilize the sniper attachments. So you're going to have to put those on. They added 2 face presets and hairstyles for both male and female. So there's little options when creating your character now. There's that. Along with that, there's a whole slew of other shit that they're adding, which is amazing. I mean, I don't know how they're staying on top of this. So first person is going to roll out, and first person option servers are going to roll out originally in North America and Europe. You can do solo or duo modes are going to be available first with this. Players who want to choose first person will be matched with first personers. So you're not going to have to worry about that cross fucking shit. So you're going to be facing each other in that whole thing. So that's going to be amazing. Along with that, characters, are going to be in the plane in third person mode in the airplane, starting in the airplane when you free fall. So you're not going to have that whole, like, where am I looking in first person. So that's kind of cool. I like that. They're adding a new feature to report players, which is something that's been demanded from the start of time with this game because there's so much trolling and so much bullshit going on. I think everybody's been really wanting it, but not wanting it because we're all fucking trolls in this fucking game. And so there is that fact that we are having a report feature now. So all of us trollings are going to have to behave ourselves now that it's going to be easier to report us. But at the same time, we're going to be able to report the other dicks that we don't like. So it's a catch-22 there, I guess. Oh, goddamn. There's just so much shit. There's so much shit. I'm just so happy with this update. So they stopped away from trolling people, not getting the kill count. So if your buddy's getting knocked out by another dude and you don't want him to get the kill, you can go over and you can kill your buddy and it's still a kill from that guy. So they limited that. It's going to give the kill back to the other opposite team, even if you do that. So no more being a dick and friendly firing to avoid giving another team a kill count. So yeah, no more trolling like that. Um, Added new animations while using different consumables. So they're adding a little bit more polish to the game, trying to make it look a little bit different, you know, like changing the select fires on weapons. They're adding stuff like that. So that's really cool. They improved camera transition when disabling free look, so it's not just jerking you back to front head again. They decreased the reload time on the VSS. That's the semi-automatic / automatic 9mm sniper variant. If for those that aren't well versed in the game, that's what the VSS is. They're adding more support for the Xbox controllers. For those that you like to play with an Xbox controller, go ahead, play with it. I think you're at a disadvantage, but that's my personal opinion. You know, I'm not going to force you to play with a mouse and keyboard, but say, survey says you're at a disadvantage, my dude. They're adding different sound volumes from inside and outside of buildings, trying to make it more obvious. Like, if you're inside a building, a noise outside is going to be more muffled than if you were outside next to that same noise. They're making more of a 3D world effect, which is really cool. That's more of the polish going on to the game. Adding new sound effects for scoping and while aiming, so you're getting a different sound there. They're also changing the sound effects when you're sprinting and running over different surfaces. So once again, more sound attributes coming into the game, making it more immersive gameplay, which I think will overall help, you know, really getting in the zone when playing this game. It already sucks you into a point, but I think now it's going to get even more, just boom, just sucking you in even more. They added a lower rail attachment to the SKS, and I always wondered why they didn't have one, because the SKS looks like a tactical variant in-game, and so now they've done that, and I don't know what the push for that was, but I'm happy for it, because I always wanted that to happen, and so now it has happened, so I'm really, really happy. This is another update. It's going to sound really stupid, but I'm really happy about, because they added it so where you can honk in the damn car now. A lot of people might think it's fucking stupid. You know, why do you even need it? Why do you even care about it? And I'm like, you know what? The Duff wants to honk at his fucking teammates when they're taking too long looting in a fucking building. Let me tell you, I get pissed off and I'm yelling over the mic. It doesn't work. I start honking the horn. I don't have to rev the car and waste the gas. So now I can honk the horn and get shot at while waiting on my friends to loot. I love that. Yeah, thanks, Ribs. Yeah, well, you know, when you can honk a horn at your buddies that are just taking way too damn long in a friggin' building, and let me tell you, if you play with some of the guys I play with, you totally understand why, because I play with some scrubs sometimes. And, you know, guys ask me what my rank is in game, and I'm like, you know, let's not talk about rank, because I play with some scrubs. They decrease the chance of explosion when your vehicle gets stuck in something. Now, this was a very big problem. There's a couple videos on YouTube, you can look them up. Guys would open a door and the car would be right there, and boom, the car would get glitched and blow up. So they decreased the chance of that when struck by objects. I don't know what they mean by decrease the chance of it. We'll see. I don't know. They changed the driving sound when you're in first person versus third person views. So there's something that, you know, once again, they're working on the sounds. They're trying to get that immersion in there. They added new sound effects for motorcycles, tire screeching while driving. That's cool. I mean, because, yeah, you do a burnout, you expect to heal a burnout. They implemented a firing delay to the S1890. It's a fucking shotgun. It's a pump shotty. Actually, you know, they added a goddamn delay to the... It's already slow enough. It didn't need a delay. That kind of pisses me off. They reduced the cast time, though, of first aid and med kits. 6 seconds for painkillers and first aid. 8 seconds for adrenaline syringe and full med kit. So that's kind of cool. And then we get some UI updates, which is really awesome. So they added some more UI features, a couple key bindings, you know, for throwables, a couple key bindings for a couple other things, being able to mute voice chat, stuff like that. Colorblind mode being added, a field of vision for first-person slider. So you're going to be able to slide your field of vision to make it actually work for you. Another thing they're adding is a point of view when looting in first person. They're going to make it more stable while looting objects. That way you're less dizzy. And this was one of the biggest worries I had when going into a first-person mode for this game, was because it was built as a third-person game. And when you're built as a third-person game, it's a lot different feel than a first-person. And so the big problem with that is your orientation, the way you're looking through a building. And so if the building's built too narrow, your vision gets narrowed and everything else is blurred to you when you're spinning around. And so this is one of the things they're implementing to try to stop that from happening when playing this game in first person, which I got to give it up to the devs for doing that and tackling that kind of motion, because, you know, that's one of the things that's going to make this game great. And I'm really happy about that. That is just truly amazing that they saw that and they tackled it and they're going after it. They're adding some region names to the mini-map. I don't know if that's really important, if it's really going to help. You know, I mean, that's just one thing, you know. You know, we all have our nicknames for special little areas that we like to drop. And I doubt they're going to add those names. So I think it's just going to be more shit on the mini-map we're going to have to deal with. I don't know. Some people may use it. Some people may not use it. Could be viable. Could not be. Who really cares? I mean, we all have, oh, dude, we're going to go to the observatory. Oh, we're going to go over to Pachinki. We're not even sure if that's how you say this name of the town. You know, like, some of us call it Yaz. Other call it, yeah, I can't even pronounce how some of the other guys refer to the town. But, you know, like, it's just funny to see what we, you know, if you hear 3-4 different teams talking and hearing what they call things, it's really hilarious because we all got our own names for shit. And once you get working with guys, it doesn't matter what you strap on that bitch. We're going to call it something, whatever we want. Oh, God. Added a new option to display all equipment and weapons on the right side of the screen. This UI will be updated further in the future. Couple bug fixes. That's kind of a cool thing to see, you know, your loadout right then and there. A couple bug fixes. Goddamn speech impediment. I had a TBI, so, you know, I have an excuse. I had 7 dudes kick my head in. Took $250,000, put me back together, and I'm fucking better now, eh? They fixed an issue with a weapon sporadically ceasing to fire or not firing when it's in the auto fire mode and you're trying to auto fire. They fixed that bug. That's kind of detrimental. I mean, if you're in the middle of auto firing and it stops firing, yeah, I'd be bitching too. But that kind of adds like a little of a real world event to it. I mean, hey, my gun's malfunctioning. Yeah, well, you know, that kind of added a little real world. There's a lot of things been going on with vehicles underwater because there's, for some reason, I don't know how this becomes an incident, but people have been driving vehicles into the water after other teams, and they've been underwater in the vehicle surviving, and then people would get killed because they'd come out of the vehicle fully healed and stuff. So no longer will you be able to use consumables in a vehicle that's underwater. So that's going bye-bye. So you guys that drive after a team and then drive into the water and then come out of the water fully healed, that's not going to happen anymore, buddies. Yeah, I got wrecked that one time, so I got a little bit of a butthurt for that. Happens. There's a couple other things. Couple more vehicle fixes. Fix an issue with reloading sounds. I had this actually happen to me the other day. I was reloading a pistol, and then I saw another pistol. Instead of, I didn't want the revolver. I was like, oh, I got a semi-automatic here. Let me grab that. Oh, cool, my tattoo. You can see through my tattoo. Oh, look at that. Squirrel. Anyways, so I'm reloading this revolver, and then I was like, oh, better pistol. I grabbed that mid-reload. And so I grabbed the other pistol, but I'm still making the reload noise for the revolver. So all I can hear for like the next 3 minutes is like I'm reloading a revolver. I'm like, God damn, this is horrible. And finally I fixed it by going over and picking the revolver back up, reloading the revolver so it cancel out the sound noise, and then picking the other gun up that I wanted. So there's a fix for it, but they've already fixed it in game. So, well, when this patch rolls out, you know, that will fix it. Let's see. Fix sporadic issue with disabling in-game UI. You know, there's a lot of UI optimization coming out for this game. I'm really happy about it. You know, it's beautiful. I mean, I just gotta say, this dev team is on the ball when we report a bug or we don't like something. And that's something you guys got to do. You got to get out there and you got to report bugs, errors, and issues with stuff. You know, glitches, anything that you encounter, because that's ultimately what's going to keep this game alive and keep it going so hot, is people reporting the bugs and getting them fixed by the dev team. So kudos on them for fixing that. They limited bombarding outside the red zone. I guess they were having an issue where bombs were being dropped outside of it. So, you know, that's good, because you don't want to be outside the red zone and getting hit, because that kind of sucks. And, you know, the last final note on it is that the fourth month update should be available around now. I haven't seen my downloading it, so I don't think it's quite alive yet. I don't know when the exact live date will be of it. But now you know what to expect. I mean, some really nice bug fixes and some really nice issues being laid to rest that have been kind of a shitty thing. On top of that, we have Pro Evolution Soccer releasing its specs today. It's going to require 8 gigabytes of system RAM and 2 gigabytes of VRAM. And that's for the recommended and minimum specs. So obviously it's not that taxing on a system. It's not like other games. It's going to require 30 gigabytes of hard drive space. Big fucking deal. And it wants you to use something like a 660 or 650 GTX or a fucking 7... I hate this AMD shit. Anyways, a 7750 or a 7950. Go figure. I mean, it's a soccer game. I didn't expect much out of it. Oh, also you can run it on Windows 10 or Windows 7. It doesn't fucking care. An Intel i5 will run it, a 3450 or a fucking FX 4100 if you really care about it. And for recommended, they're going an Intel i7 3770 or an FX 4770. Go take it what you want, if you like it or not. You know, it hit the sheets. A couple people liked it, so I figured I'd fucking do a little spec requirement on it. It's a soccer game. I mean, they release a new one every damn year. Do we really need a new one every damn year? We get football, we get soccer, we get hockey, we get basketball, occasionally a rugby, and NASCAR. Do we need a new game every year for these damn franchises? It's just like Call of Duty now. I mean, they add 1 or 2 new features to it, and then boom, you're the same fucking game, rinse and repeat. Give me another 60 to 80 bucks, you know, whatever. Shit kind of pisses me off, actually, because you guys are the ones getting ripped. I don't buy that shit. It's you guys that keep buying this FIFA and fucking NBA All-Stars or whatever the hell it is. It's the same damn game. 1 extra feature added or whatever. This is a really cool mug. Wife got it for me. It says Morning Handsome on it. I love it, you know. Anyways, that is the Piping Hot Frags with the Finley. Glad I could bring you some updates on some really awesome friggin' games that are coming out. Like I said, Star Citizen kind of disappointed me with your pushback, but I understand it. You need those optimization there. You don't want to be throwing out some shit. Ark, never let me down to fail again. I already got fucking over 600 hours into your damn game, and you're still pissing me off. Oh, and it goes for everything else that I covered this fucking game. I'm so happy with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Kudos to you, Bluehole Studios. You guys are amazing. Anyways, that's going to wrap the show up. I'm glad I could throw out some information. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe out there and keep fragging them fraggers. Alright, my dudes. Later.